Hello everyone, Kilo Charlie 2, Sierra Tango Hotel, back again to answer some more questions about how and what I use to assemble the DL2MAN sandwich with. The big question I've been getting is, since I didn't use a hot air rework station to mount or assemble the SMD components, what tips did I use for my iron? So these are the three tips that I use with my Hakko iron. I have a very fine tip here. I don't know if you can see if my camera will focus, but you can see that I have a real fine needlepoint tip, and this is what I would use on the SI 5351 chip. This got in there really nice and was able to really do a good job with it. And then all the header pins take a little more heat, so I use a more blunt tip here. I don't know if I can get it to focus. I think that's about right there, as you can see. Yeah. And then my intermediate, if I'm working with SMD resistors and capacitors, I have a tip here that actually has a bend to it, and it tends to hold the heat in, and I can actually bridge the back of the resistor or the capacitor really nicely with this tip, and gives me a nice flow. But these are the three tips that I was using, and since I have a hard time seeing, most of my work is actually done under microscope. So I actually sit and stare through the stereoscope to be able to mount all my components. My eyes have gotten to the point now I can't see, and I purchased this stereoscope to help me get through and mount all my components, and then it makes it very easy to do a QA/QC check on everything because it's right there in front of you. Right now I have it set at a 10 power, and we'll see if I can take this board, and we'll see if we can't get a quick view. And let's see. As you can see, that's at 10 power, so I can really get up close and see everything. And then if I have some more difficult components that are even finer, then I can switch it out to a 20 power. I also have LED lighting on it. I can bend around, give me some good clean light. And pretty much for flux, for the components, I was using this no clean Custer, even though I still clean it afterwards. And for my cleanup, just using plain old 91% alcohol. Nothing fancy there. And I vary the temp on the Hakko so that depending on what the components are, if I'm doing the headers, I push the heat up a little bit more because of the heat transfer. And then on the smaller components, I back it down. And that's pretty much it. Powering up, just a standard bench power supply, nothing fancy there. But as you can see, this is what I've been using to assemble it. The only other unique thing is I use some real fine, almost hair-like solder for all my SMD components. The camera can't even pick it up, but there it is. I forget what size that is, but it's very small. And then I have some more larger solder that I use for the header pins and stuff. But they're my two main solders. Mainly, I'm a Custer fan, so the majority of my solder is all Custer. The other fine solder I have here, I picked up at a surplus supply store and figured I'd give it a shot and see. And it turned out to be pretty good quality solder. But for the most part, guys, this is what I use to assemble it. Works so far. I haven't had any problems yet. So once that connector comes in, hopefully tomorrow, I'll put this on the air and see if I can get some signal reports. So thanks for taking the time to view my video, and if you have any more questions, just drop me a line. You can reach me at Kilo Charlie 2 Sierra Tango Hotel at gmail.com. Have a good day, everybody.